Shalom. I'd like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Kodesh. Double honors unto the apostles and elders of GMS, for the true leaders of Israel today, and salutations to my Akim who do this work in truth and sincerity, who are risking their lives and their freedoms to do so, as well as the scattered Israelites who come looking like the heathen but are not, by way of their forefathers' seeds who are Israelite men. The true name of the Most High is Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushai, and the Lord's holy chosen people are the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, as were the ones who suffer under the curses in the book of Deuteronomy. This is your brother Akali from the GMS Jamaica Kingston camp, and at this point in time, we are literally in the midst of Esau Edom, who's the so-called white man's New World Order agenda. All right, it has started, and they're building towards it, and at the climax of it will come their microchip, which is the mark of the beast, and then once that is made mandatory worldwide, then Yahushua will return and take them out of power. All right, but earlier this morning, I saw a brother do a video regarding this building that is being built, that it's supposed to be like a one religion or one world religion, which, that's obviously a part of their New World Order agenda. A one world government, a one world currency, a one world religion, the culling of the population to 500,000, no, not 500,000, 500 million people, etc., etc. Right? And every single step right now that they're making is to move towards these things. All right? But at the end of the day, Yahweh Shemisha is in control of all things. And this is simply just a story that is written, man. And a part of the story is that, Esau Edom is going to do a lot of damage. They're going to come with their blessing, which is that sword. And we're going to be entering a very tumultuous time. But at the end of the day, they're going to lose. All right, it's written that we have the victory. All right, it's written that the elect of the nation of Israel have the victory, and we shall be victorious, man. And then all Israel will be in the kingdom of heaven. Right? This is just a period that we have to go through that will be coming to an end very, very soon, and you can feel that through the spirit. All right. I want to start with James chapter 5 and verse 1. Go to now, you rich men, weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you. So who's rich? All right. Is it those that are millionaires, like, even the Jay-Z's and the Beyoncé's and Kim Kardashian and Kanye West and all those people? No, those people ain't rich. They're poor. All right. Compared to the true men that are rich, they're wealthy. All right. Which are, those banking elites, who are trillionaires, and then those that are multi-billionaires. Those are the truly rich men, right? So it's referring to them. Weep and howl for your miseries that shall come upon you, because they're the ones that are orchestrating this entire thing, man. All right, it is the wicked elite of Esau Edom. Your regular, everyday Edomite, they don't know what's going on. Or some of them, know what's going on, or do research to know what's going on, you know what I'm saying? But as the scripture says, that the children of this world are, I think it's like smarter than the children of light, which, these Edomites are more wise than you everyday Negroes, man, Latinos and Native Americans. Y'all completely deluded, all right? But the everyday Edomite, they not controlling and doing all of these things, man. It's their elite that's doing it. All right. So the miseries that shall come upon you, your riches are corrupted and your garments are moth eaten. Your gold and silver is cankered, and the rust of them shall be a witness against you, and shall eat your flesh as it were fire. Ye have heaped treasure together for the last days. Behold, the hire of the laborers who have reaped down your fields, which is of you kept back by fraud, crieth, right? And who are the laborers? Us, man. All right. In the book of Job, chapter 5 and verse 12, it says, Salakio, 20, verse 21, it says, Job 20 verse 22, in the fullness of his sufficiency he shall be in straits, every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When you look at the word wicked, it's talking about the laborer, the sufferer, the wretched one. And who are the wretched ones? Us, the Israelites, man. All right. We're wretched right now. We're suffering under the curses and we're subject unto the heathen. All right. But this precept right here, I'll just finish it. When he's about to fill his belly, Yahweh Shemeshah shall cast the fear of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So what this is saying is that, in regards to Esau Edom's NWO, it's going to fail. All right. And when it says that they're feeling comfortable and they're feeling satisfied and they're feeling like, yes, after all of these decades of this planning, finally we've made it come to pass, or it's happened, Yahweh Shemeshah is going to be like, nope, and just take them out of their rulership, man. All right. So going back to the James, okay, 5 and verse 4, behold, the hire of the laborers, which is us, the Israelites, who have reaped down your fields, which is of you, kept back by fraud, crieth, right? We cry out, man. All right. And especially, specifically, the elect of the nation of Israel, we cry, okay, for all the abominations that are being done, for the situation that we're in, all these kinds of things, man. All right. Because we don't want to be in a kingdom ruled by wickedness any longer. All right. It is completely destructive unto us. All right. And we don't like it. And the cries of them which have reaped are entered into the ears of the Lord of Sabaoth. Right. So Yahweh Shemeshah hears out our cries, man. All right. If you have a righteous spirit which is given unto you by Yahweh Shemeshah, you're crying daily, multiple times a day unto Yahweh Shemeshah, saying, "What? Please, Lord, let it end." Ye have lived in pleasure on the earth and have been wanton. That's what wanton says here. Lived luxuriously, right? Ye have nourished their hearts as in a day of slaughter. You have condemned and killed the just, and he doth not resist you, right? So you've condemned and killed the just, who is us, the Israelites, and he doth not resist you. And when you go into this word resist, it says to range in battle against, to oppose oneself, to resist, right? So our people were minding our own business. And what did these Edomites do, man? They came and they invaded us, starting with the northern kingdom, and then they laid hands on the southern kingdom, and all this time they just been beating us, murdering us, bearing false witness against us, and doing all kinds of things against us, and they're still doing that to this day. All right. However, be patient, therefore, brethren, unto the coming of the Lord. Behold, the husbandman, right, who is Yahushai, right, because Israel, specifically the elect of the nation of Israel, is like unto a bride, right, that Yahushua is going to come for. All right. Waiteth for the precious fruit of the earth. The precious fruit of the earth is the Israelites, the elect of the nation of Israel, and hath long patience for it until he receive an early and the latter rain, right? So, at the end of the day, Yahushua is going to be coming to deliver the elect of the nation of Israel, and I pray to be a part of that, man. And, when it is once again that Esau thinks that he's really going to be doing whatever it is with his NWO agenda, man, Yahushua is just going to ruin his plans, man. All right. In Job chapter 5 verse 12, it says he disappointed the devices of the crafty so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise, right? So he's going to disappoint their devices, man. All right. The crafty is talking about Esau Edom, of course, and that their enterprise is their NWO, and it's just going to come to naught, man. It's going to fail. All right. And these Edomites have a great spirit of delusion upon them, the wicked elite of Esau Edom. They're extremely delusional, man. But Yahweh Shemeshah hath put that spirit upon them of great pride to go ahead and do all these things. All right, so that when it's all brought down upon them, it's just going to be even more devastating. All right, but at the end of the day, our salvation is very close. In the book of Romans, chapter 13 and verse 11, it says that our salvation is nearer than when we believed. And we can truly feel that, man, because even right now, with this NWO agenda being pushed forward, you can clearly see how, with all of these current mandates and whatever else that are being put in place, how the elect of the nation of Israel are going to be greatly affected, man. We're the ones that are going to be suffering first, right? We're going to be suffering first, man. But you see, the rest of you Israelites, you wicked Israelites, and 2/3 in America, y'all going to be receiving that real, true, and heavy judgment, man, that will be coming for not hearkening unto Yahweh Shemishai. Okay? But anyway, man, that's it. I like to say all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh Shemishai, Bashmakah Kodesh. Wa abad babal shalom.